Good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's live. As you guys are coming in, if you wouldn't mind smashing that like button, it helps get the people in the chat. I saw we had a lot of people in the chat, which is awesome. I love that. Love coming into a full chat. There's nothing better. We have a lot to go over, actually, a lot more than I thought. Just seeing who's all in here. We got a lot of people in here, so hi, everybody. Hello. If you would like to become a member of our channel, I will drop the membership in the chat just in case I forget to do that here in a little bit. And hello to all the new people that have never been here before on this channel. Hello. Hello there. Crime Curious, she's a people, she said. She is a people. So I didn't even realize that when they did the document dump today, they actually finally did the document dump on the Idaho 4 that we've been waiting for since literally St. Patrick's Day at 10 o'clock at night. We've been waiting on that since Banfield told us it was going to be in. Well, they came in, but I didn't realize that there was going to be so many of them. So let me turn on my camera for a minute, because while I'm reading, I'll probably turn it off because sometimes I'm squinting and all of that good stuff. But I'm going to try to go over them the best to my ability. I am not a lawyer by any stretch of the imagination. Hell, I just know not to break the law. That's all I know about it. But I don't even try to Google it. I'm not good at it. I'm just not. But I was reading over these documents and I had thought that there was only 3 that came out today. But in fact, there were like more than 3, like 12. So I'm like, guess so we're going to learn together today. So I was trying to go through them really, really fast and read them and try to figure out what they were saying. And then I was going cross-eyed in the process of that. And then I had a bunch of videos to show you guys. So I started on my videos and I was like, I'm going to show all these videos, and I have them all pinned and where I want to be with them and all that good stuff. And then the document dump actually happened. So I was so surprised. Hello, Avery. Hello, Summer, Teresa, Isabel. I saw a bunch of people in here. I didn't even say hi to you guys, really. Eddie, hello. And I saw Catherine was here, and I think 9mm said she was going to go and cook some food, which sounds good. I'm so glad to see some new people in the chat. So you guys, maybe everybody can help me learn, and we can all learn these together, because I figured we'd start on the documents and then go over to the other stuff that I wanted to show you that kind of was on TV last night, and some of the news stations played. And also Daily Mail came out with a new article as well. So there's a lot of stuff. I did get your email, Catherine. I actually forgot to email Summer, though. I haven't got the email from Summer about the, I forget what you were wanting now. But I forgot to get the email from Summer to give to you. That's what I'm waiting on. I forget what the email was about, but you know what it was about. You know what it is about. Yeah, as I say, what'd you cook? Because I was hungry earlier, but now I don't feel that hungry. Which one, Jan? What document caught your attention? Because I was trying to read. So I was trying to read the case summary too, and I saw that they are trying to read, get things redacted, sealed, for Twitter, TikTok, Google, things of that nature. But we will go through those as well. So let me share this with you. So if you guys ever want to get on here and check out the state of Idaho's website, it's available for anybody and everybody. Oh, and before we get started, one more thing. I did write, so Papa Rogers, that's what it was. Summer just said that and it reminded me. So I did write, I think Greg asked, I'm not sure if he's still in the chat or not, but if he watches on replay or he comes in later, we can tell him. I did write Moscow Police Department. I wrote them back in, let me see, really quick. Let's see if I can pull it up. Because I don't know if it'll pull up. It might. I might have to pull it up in a minute. But I wrote them before, and they got back to me within I don't know why it's not pulling this up for me. But they got back to me within, 4 minutes last time. So when I wrote them this time, this time I wrote them about the blah, 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 blah. Could I get that out? The DoorDash driver. So I asked them about the DoorDash driver if they could confirm or deny if it was Bryan Kohlberger. I just said I'm a content creator and there's just rumors out there, and I wanted to squash them if it was a rumor. But they haven't wrote me back yet. I'm still waiting. But last time I had written them, it was about the back door. I was wondering if those chairs had been there prior to police entering the property, or if they put the chairs at the back door themselves. And they wrote me back within 4 minutes that time. So I'm like, y'all were fast the first time, not so fast this time. Hello, TF. Jan said, what did Jan say? I asked you a question and then I didn't even see it. Hi, Lenny, you're new. Welcome. Hi, Elbean. I think I went up too much. Oh, I'll have to see. I'm not sure about that one, Jan. I don't know. I'll have to look. Hello, Sarah. I just realized I don't have my rings on. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry. Sorry about that. Like when I don't know, when you're missing something. I was missing my rings. Okay, so I did write them, and they got back to me. Like I said, the first time they got back to me within like 4 minutes, and it wasn't like an automated message. It was a really nice message. It just said, something they're not taking questions at this time, but it was in a nice format and everything. This time I wrote them, they haven't wrote me back, so I'm hoping that they will. At least give me something, but they don't really need to if they don't want to. So it was just, I told them I just need a simple yes or no. That's all. That's all. Just give me a simple yes or no. But I did do it, and I'll have to pull it up. I don't know why I am so bad about using the internet, like my email on my MacBook. I can't get this crap figured out. Oh yeah, I'll have to put my glasses on. So me and Vincent tried a few of them on, and we liked a few pairs. So I'll have to do that. Yeah, within 4 minutes, TF. They were like on it. It was, I think I wrote them at, I wish I could pull up the email. It was like, I think it was 12:14, and they got back to me at like 12:20 or something. It was like 6 minutes, 4 minutes, something like, it was super quick. And it didn't look like an automated message anyway. It could have been, but I don't think it was. Now I'm like dying to know if I can find it. I have, what my problem is I have my business and everything hooked up to all my emails are on the same one. So when I send an email, it's like, hopefully I send it to the right people. I just want to check my Google mailbox for this. Oh, that's why. Okay, so let me see if I can share the screen. I don't know why it's not showing my new one though, but I can show you the second one. Let's see. So yeah, you can see it here, like media inquiry, Moscow PD. This was, they wrote me, so it was 12:14 when I wrote them, and they wrote me back at 12:20. But yeah, so that's like, hopefully I'm not showing you like everything in my whole life, but But I just wanted to show you guys. But yeah, so I did write them yesterday. I don't know why that one's not pulling up, but I can figure it out. You know how things are with me on the computer when it comes to the computer. I'm not the bestest at it. Okay, let me share the right tab with you. So yeah, you guys can go to this website anytime you want to. Oh, thank you. I wish I could see the chat better. If you're talking about mine, these little lights, I think I got them on Canva. Hey, Kelly D. So, okay, we got a lot of good people up in this chat too tonight. Yes, Avery. That's exactly what I said too. And what was it, Saturday night? Saturday night. I came on to do a live, and we were talking about Idaho, and we weren't talking about DoorDash or we weren't talking about anything of the sort. I had seen like, people post, I saw crime, circuses like thing that they all, I mean, we all know who did the video. So like I saw his video that day, but I just didn't agree with that. So I didn't bring it into my own, but I had about 6 to 10 people, it seemed like, in that live that were like, Tanya, TitaniumBuilt, you need to go watch this. You need to go watch this. And I was like, I did watch it. And like, they were like, no, you need to watch this. And I was like, oh my Lordy. So I watched it 4 more times and a couple other creators. And then I came back on and I did a live last night about how I don't feel like he is. Oh yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Look for that. Yeah. Look for that video. Cause I would love to see that video too. I would love to see that. Okay. Let me grab my soda. I'm going to need a ton of soda tonight to get through these, but we'll do it. And we don't need to read all the stuff that's repetitive, but they did add a lot. And if you guys wouldn't mind, if you're just now joining us, we are getting ready to go over the new documents that have come out for Bryan Kohlberger. If you guys wouldn't mind hitting the like button, it does help the channel grow. And I'm going to try to keep my eye on the iPad. That way I can see the chat. So if you need me, just yell real big. Put some exclamation marks in the chat. So I'm going to stop my camera just because I'm reading to you guys. So this one's going to be the state of Idaho versus Bryan Kohlberger. Stipulated motion to file Exhibit B attached to the defendant's second supplemental request for discovery under seal. So just as now comes Bryan Kohlberger through his attorney, Ann Taylor, and hereby moves the court for an order to file Exhibit B of defendant's second supplemental request for discovery under seal. And then it just says this motion is made pursuant and has the codes because the documents contain facts or statements that might threaten or endanger the life or safety of individuals. 2, it is necessary to preserve the right to a fair trial. And 3, disclosure would constitute an unwarranted invasion of personal privacy. It looks like there's no objection there. So that's the first document there. If anybody sees anything groundbreaking, let me know, because trying to read through these. I thought there was only 3 of these. And then come to find out there was a lot more. And so I just want to make sure I don't miss anything, because I didn't get to read all of them as much as I wanted to right before the live. Unless I think that what it was, my eye just didn't scroll up. Maybe my eye just got me. It got me for once. Okay. So the second one here, and this is, I'm just trying to blow it up for you guys. And let me know if you guys can't see this very good. I want to make sure you guys can see it okay. Thank you, Lenny, for the super sticker. I appreciate that so much. Hey, Brooke, how are you? So yeah, that's what we're going over. So if you guys let me know which document too, because like I'm one of those people, I have to read things a couple times, So if I miss something, definitely let me know. Cause I want to know. Cause I was trying to read through these as fast as I could. Cause when I first looked at this today, I only saw that there was 3. And I don't know if they had only just put out 3 at that time, or if I maybe just didn't scroll up, if I just didn't see it, so forgive me for that. But I have a crap ton of stuff to show you guys tonight. I'm just like, wow, I got so much. Let's see here. So this is going to be the second one, a state of Idaho plaintiff, versus Bryan Kohlberger. And it's the defendant's second supplement request for discovery. Please take notice that the undersigned, pursuant to Rule 16 of the Idaho Criminal Rules, the 4th, 5th, 6th, 8th, and 14th Amendments to the Constitution of the United States, and Articles 1, 2, 13, and 17 of the Constitution of the State of Idaho, request discovery and inspection of all materials discoverable by defendant, and the aforementioned constitutional provisions, including but not limited to the following information, evidence, and materials outlined in Exhibit B. Now, what's Exhibit B? I want to know. So that's a good question. And then this one was what date? I'm trying not to miss any. Yeah, I'm trying to read the chat. If you hear me get quiet for a minute, sorry guys. That's just me reading the chat. So I'm under the Idaho government page. Which document was the one that raised your eyebrows, Brooke? Maybe I just didn't see that comment. That way when I get to it, I'll make sure. Oh, about the yeah, isn't there one talking about protective order? I think you're right. Let me see. Yep, It's that's the one that's the first one I saw today. Yeah, that's the first one I saw, and I thought those three at the end. So yeah. So we'll get to those ones very shortly, actually. Because this is just one page. So that is always a good thing. Oh, thank you so much for the super sticker, Frank. I appreciate that. Super chat. I don't know the difference that much. But I just love them both very much. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are the best. And thank you guys for all being here. Also, if you know, like Brooke, like she saw something, and it like stuck out to her. If something sticks out to you, just let me know. Like I said, I am definitely not a lawyer. State of Idaho versus Bryan Kohlberger. So order to file defendant's Exhibit B attached to the defendant's second supplemental request for discovery under seal. The court having before its defendant stipulated motion to file Exhibit B attached to defendant's second supplemental request for discovery under seal, and after reviewing the stipulation, weighing the interest in privacy and public disclosure and good cause appearing now, therefore pursuant to, and it gives the codes, because the documents contain facts or statements that might threaten or endanger the life or safety of individuals, which I really don't understand what this could be, what that could be that could do that. But it is necessary to preserve the right to a fair trial, and disclosure would constitute an unwarranted invasion of personal privacy. So it's kind of like the same thing. And then that was, I just want to make sure I don't get these, because I can see me getting these all mixed up. I think this is the one that we want. Sorry, guys. So this is order to seal the King Road residence. Oh, here, let me share this with you. Hi, Princess Mega Elsa. I just happened to look over. If I miss somebody that comes in, I'm sorry. Don't hate me. Hi, Ina. I saw Steve was in here too. Spilled Beans, Margot. Oh wow, there's a lot of people. Jenna. Oh wow, okay. I'm trying to look down on my iPad with one eye. It's really hard to see both. So, this is going to be, like I said, this is going to be the order. I just went off that wrong page. Order to seal. So this says the matter came before the court on March 14th, 2023 on the state's motion to seal or redact pursuant to, and it says the hearing was held via Zoom. Ashley Jennings appeared on behalf of the state of Idaho, and Taylor appeared on behalf of Mr. Kohlberger. The court reviewed the records, considered the arguments presented, weighed the interest in privacy and public disclosure, and announced its findings of fact on the record. Therefore, pursuant to, and it gives you the codes again, the court finds it necessary to seal the documents related to the search warrant for the following reasons. Wonder what search warrant they're talking about. Maybe the search warrant for his house. I don't know. I'm just wondering that. Because they unsealed that stuff. We have a lot of the search warrants. So I'm just like, The documents contain highly intimate facts or statements of publication of which would be highly objectable to a reasonable person. The documents contain facts or statements that might threaten the safety or danger of the life of safety of individuals. It is necessary to preserve the right to a fair trial. Disclosure would constitute an unwarranted invasion of personal privacy, and production of such records would disclose investigative techniques and procedures. After due consideration and with good cause appearing, it is hereby ordered that the records shall be sealed until further ordered from the court. So those are sealed now. Not like we would think anything otherwise. And then the other two, so the next two are just going to be exactly like that, but they're just for Google, order to seal. I'm just going to share these with you. They say the same exact thing. Just saying that, they contain highly intimate facts. They could, mess up the trial in some way. They need to preserve the right to a fair trial. And then it says, Google services. And now, do you guys know, I'm assuming that these are going to be for Bryan, for his Google accounts. I'll read this here, but it just says, based upon the motion to seal search warrant and related documents filed herein, the court does hereby confirm and order that the affidavit for search warrant, including any exhibits, search warrant, return of search warrant, including any exhibits and inventories of seized items or items seized, and order are confidential, exempt from disclosure, and are sealed pursuant to Idaho Court Administrative Rule for the reasons stated in the said motion, and until April 1st, 2023, or further ordered of the court, whichever occurs first. Well, April 1st is not that far. So, yeah, Brooke, I did see the one. Yeah, I'm going down that way. Yeah, those are the ones that I saw, Brooke. Those are the only ones I actually saw. Like whenever I was reading them, for some reason I only saw 3, like the last 3, and then I didn't see like the other ones. So, and then the other ones are just like the next 4 or 3. Or I'm sorry. The next 2 are orders to seal and redact, or one is a TikTok and then one is Twitter. And they're going to be just the same format as I showed you before. And then we'll get down to the notice of Brady disclosure and request for protective order. Because I think this is the one that everyone was saying was interesting. Wow, I got like sorry. When you open them, they don't like close back up, so. Let me see. Okay, I'm sorry. I was just going through the chat there. If you guys are just now joining us, welcome. Welcome, welcome. We are going through the paperwork that just came out on Bryan Kohlberger today. And this one is going to be the Brady disclosure and request for protective order. And it says that State of Idaho versus Bryan Christopher Kohlberger. It says notice of Brady disclosure and request for protective order. Comes now the state of Idaho by and through the Latah County Prosecuting Attorney's Office and respectfully gives notice to court and counsel that the state has become aware of potential Brady/Giglio. Is that right? Material related to one of the officers involved in the above referenced case. Okay, now I got to look this up. Why didn't I do that? I think I did, but I don't know why. Let me see what it says. Whoa. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to get like a good definition for you guys. It says here, understanding, is it Giglio? Am I saying that wrong? But it says in Brady versus Maryland, the United States Supreme Court held that prosecutors must provide exculpatory information to defense counsel. And in the, I can't say that word, Giglio versus United States, it extended the holding to include information suggesting a witness may not be credible. So what witness are they talking about? Are they talking about like DM? Like, cause I'm like, huh? Let me read that again. How did you guys take that? Cause that is weird. So potential information would say suggesting a witness may not be credible. One of the officers involved may not be credible. Oh, yes. Okay. Thank you. Okay, Brooke. Okay. Now I'm reading it. I'm one of those people I have to read it a couple of times. Thank you. Material related to one of the officers involved. Cause I was like going to be in such shock because I've always been a rooter for, Dylan, of course. That's why I was like in shock. I thought maybe somebody was going to try to say something bad about, her not being a credible witness. Okay. So they're saying that one of the officers. So the material in the form of a confidential internal affairs investigation is hereby submitted in camera to the court. The state intends to disclose this information to defendants counsel, but because this information is confidential and exempt from public disclosure pursuant to Idaho Code, Personal Records, the state respectfully prays for the issuance of a protective order pursuant to Idaho Criminal Rule, prohibiting defense counsel from disseminating the information contained in the internal affairs investigation, absent further order of the court. Wow. Prohibiting the defense counselor from disseminating the information contained in the internal affairs investigation. So I wonder who it is. Yeah, if they're in chambers, they're in private. Yeah. Wow. There's another one. Sorry. Because that's what I was in the middle, I think, doing, actually. I was in the middle of looking that up. I think whenever I saw that there was more documents, and I was like, holy crap, there's more documents. Hey, girl. Hey, Scorpelina. So, yeah, I can look at each definition. This one, let's see. I think that they mean the same. I think it's what it is. See, okay, I'll share the tab with you. It's like, see, okay, never mind. Okay, so the first one, it says, in Brady versus Maryland, the United States Supreme Court held that prosecutors must provide exculpatory, can't say that word, information to defense counsel. So that means that the prosecutors, have to give information to defense. They deserve it. That's the discovery. They have a right to have it. This says and I'm gonna look that word up. I'm gonna translate it. Giglio versus United States. It extends the holding to include information suggesting a witness may not be credible. Thank you, Teresa. I knew you would say something I knew you would know it. I'm about to like look up this word and translate it so I don't say it wrong, because I'm going to have someone in the peanut gallery. How do you pronounce it? Someone will be like, she's pronouncing that wrong. Let's turn it up. Giglio. I am saying it right. Okay. Hey, Hossein. Oh, oh yeah, no, thank you, Kelly. I didn't see it up there. Oh yeah, no, you are. Your guys are all helping me. I knew that. I just knew Teresa she would know the Brady. I knew that there was like she would know that one. I just had a feeling you would know that. Thank you. Hey, Ellie. I thought I saw you in here earlier, but I'm blind on one side and I'm trying to read and look at the chat at the same time. So if I miss anybody, I'm really sorry. But I noticed you guys are all here. So let's go back to the document again. And I think that was the end of that one, wasn't it? Yeah. So, okay, well, let's read the rest of them. Right, let's read the next one then. Okay, this matter came before. Okay, so this is the state of Idaho versus Bryan Kohlberger. Order to seal and redact. This information came before the court on March 14th, 2023, on the state's motion to temporarily seal the stipulation to release property and related documents pending hearing pursuant to, and it gives the code number. The hearing was held via Zoom. Ashley Jennings appeared on behalf of the state of Idaho, and Taylor appeared on behalf of Kohlberger, Mr. Kohlberger. The court reviewed the records, considered the arguments presented, weighed the interest in the privacy and public disclosure, and announced its findings of fact on the record. Therefore, pursuant to, it gives the codes, the court finds it necessary to seal, in part, and redact the records herein for the following reasons. So I guess that they are going to seal, and this is why. The documents contain highly intimate facts or statements that publication of which would be highly objectable to a reasonable person. Okay. The documents contain facts or statements that might threaten the safety or endanger the life or safety of individuals. It is necessary to preserve the right to a fair trial. Disclosure would constitute an unwarranted invasion of personal privacy, and production of such records would disclose investigative techniques and procedures. After due consideration, and with good cause appearing, it is hereby ordered that the record hereon shall be disclosed except for the following. So I guess it's, okay, so the record is, here except for this. Exhibit A and B attached in the stipulation to release property are sealed. The stipulation to release property and order to release property be redacted, and this order will remain into effect until further of the court. So I wonder why it says the document, like this one is, I don't know. The documents contain highly intimate facts or statements, the publication of which would be highly objectable to a reasonable person. Why do they say it like that? I don't know. That's weird to me. Well, I think the no blood trail, personally, this is just like, I mean, in my opinion, maybe. He had that Dickies receipt, and we looked it up, which we kind of already knew, but they make like Dickies coveralls. So I'm wondering if he wore something like a coverall. And that's why they had that receipt. They found that receipt. Oh, Caroline, you think that the roommate put the sheath there? But I wonder why. Because you think about it, if you're going to plant evidence, like, I mean, I'm just thinking about it like this. You're going to make sure that person's DNA is on there, not just a little touch DNA. You're going to make sure they have like you put their blood on there or fingerprints all over it. Don't you think so? Dickies coveralls, I think they do have belt loops. Let me see. Let me see really quick. I'll check. Nope, they don't actually. It doesn't look like they do. So I guess you just have to buy your size. I bet you they have a drawstring on the inside of or something of some sort. Yeah, like the Michael Myers suit. It is kind of like that when I looked at it. Oh, thank you, Patty. I was reading your message. She said, however, in nearly every criminal case and certainly every case that goes to trial, defense attorneys routinely request any and all exculpatory, I can't even say that word. I don't know why it won't come out, information from the prosecuting or district attorney. It's just like my mouth is not made that way. Hi, Kaylee. If I didn't say hi to you, hey, Cheryl. I was like, I thought I saw someone say hi, Cheryl. And I was like, I don't see Cheryl. And then there's one, oh, there's a little bit more after this. So then there's this one here, order to release property, Bryan Kohlberger, state of Idaho versus Bryan Kohlberger. It says it is hereby ordered that all items of property and or evidence from 1122 King Road, Moscow, Idaho, currently in the possession of the parties, states evidence / property attached as Exhibit A, defense evidence / property attached as Exhibit B, shall remain in their respective custody and control until further agreement of the parties or order of the court, except for the following items which the parties stipulate can be released. Remaining personal property of Madison Mogan, Zana Kernodle, Ethan Chapin, and Kaylee Gonzalez, Bethany, and Dylan as well. And that was ordered on the 3rd. And then here it just says, is this the same thing? Now comes the state of Idaho through, by and through the Latah County prosecuting attorney, and then above named defendant by and through his undersigned attorney of records, and hereby stipulate all items of property and or evidence from 1122 King Road, Moscow, Idaho, currently in the possession of the parties, states evidence / property attached as Exhibit A, defense attached as Exhibit B, will remain in their respective custody and control until further agreement of the parties or order of the court, except for the following items, which the parties can be released. And it's just for the personal property of the victims and then of the 2 surviving roommates. I think that Anne will be a pretty good attorney. I mean, I don't know her record, but the way she walked in that courtroom, the woman meant business. So I don't think she's going to be a bad attorney. I just don't know if I don't know how Bryan feels about that. Hi, Pisces. I don't know if I can say that right. Campaign. Oh man, you're all Murdoch trial. That was a long one. She said, I'm all ears, very interesting. I think it's pain. I swore I heard something about him as we were going into the case, but I watched so much crime. I thought it was Murdoch. Well, no, I mean, I'm sure we'll hear though, for sure. That's just insane that like, yeah, that's, I didn't know that we were going to read that. I mean, I read it earlier, but I didn't read that earlier like that. That's why I'm glad I read things with you guys. And then we just have one more, I believe. Yeah, this one here. And then I've got some other stuff I was going to show you guys, some videos and things that just came out last night. And then tonight, I don't know if I heard my ears were like clogged with something or I was drunk and didn't know it. But I swear Banfield said that she was going to be talking with Bryan Kohlberger's pastor tonight on Newsnation. Now, unless that's like a pastor from Pennsylvania, that can't be the priest that's up in the jail with him right now. He's not allowed to do that. Have you guys heard that? Have you guys seen the commercial for that yet? Frenchie, you make a good point. I think that, or he took it out maybe before he even went in there. But I have so many questions. Like I have like notes, I have videos to play you guys. And I'm like, I was taking notes like a crazy woman today. And then I will drop the link too, if anyone wants to come up throughout the live. Drunk and didn't know. I mean, maybe it could be possible. I've seen crazy. I've seen crazier. Let's see. Let me share this one with you. I think I just keep opening up the same tabs. You know, that's fine. That's fine. This is actually, this is going to be the protective order. It's the protective order. So State of Idaho versus Bryan Kohlberger, the above matter having come before the court pursuant to the state's notice of Brady disclosure and request for protective order. The court having reviewed the same in good cause appearing, it is hereby ordered that the state shall disclose the documents appended under seal to the state's notice of Brady disclosure and request for protective order filed on March 27th. It is further ordered that except as provided in the foregoing paragraph, the parties and counsel shall not disclose the documents or contents thereof unless authorized by the court. And that was for the, I think it was for the Brady and the Giglio or whatever it was. That was not too bad actually to read. I thought that was going to be more. Yeah, getting things in order for the hearing. Let me see. Sorry, there's a lot of people in here. I was just trying to see if I could answer any questions. But if anyone has any questions, let me know. Scorpelina, she said, I already need more wine. I almost put you in timeout on accident. I hit the 3 little button things. I was like, oh no, don't do that to her. Oh, my nose is itchy. It always is on the left side. I'm just reading the chat because it's, you guys, entertain me sometimes. Actually, all the time. You guys always entertain me. That's why sometimes I get really quiet because I'm just reading you guys. If you guys are just now joining us, we are going over, we just finished going over the paperwork that just came out today over Bryan Kohlberger and his case. We are going to go over some videos that came out last night, and some things are happening in Bryan Kohlberger's family, and his family life kind of sucks for this family because they have nothing to do with what he's done. But I do want to do a poll before we get started. And I actually think I have it up. So, actually, I can't do it that way. Let me see. I was seeing if I could change the answers in the poll. Okay. So, I don't think I can change the first 2, but so can I do any more? Oh no. So I'm just gonna have to ask it like a question, like a yes and a no. And we'll just keep changing the name. Because I want to get your guys' input, and this will probably be the easiest way to do it. So let me see. Sorry guys, I have to do like, StreamYard is so weird. You have to do like one thing one way and one thing the other way. So I can slow it down a little bit too. Let me slow it down. And if you're a member, I just found this out the other day. I'm gonna slow the chat down just like a little bit, not like a lot at all. But because it'll, I think it'll be okay. But it doesn't matter towards members, so it doesn't slow it down for people that are members of the channel, which I didn't know that until the other day. So if you're a member, I guess that's a good thing about being a member. Like, it doesn't slow your chat down to where you could keep chatting and like sending, But also it's like every 15 seconds, so it's like, it's not too much. Just like you only every 15 seconds you can send a chat or a text or whatever. And then whenever it gets like too slow, let me know, and then I'll speed it back up. And let me post this in there. Okay. Alrighty, all. Let's go over to the other side of the computer here. I did that with you guys last night. Oh, also, I don't know if I told you guys this on the live last night, but it's not Idaho related, but it's just going to be like 2 seconds. It's just really, I think, important. If you guys are following the Michael Monkey Vaughn case, Sarah Wondra, she is now competent to stand trial. So court proceedings are going to be moving forward. I did a video on it earlier if you guys want to check it out. So I just wanted to tell you guys that. So that's good news for him and his family, at least. I mean, it's a little bit of something going forward, at least. So I'm going to play the first video here, and then I may pause it as we go along, just depending if we need to or not.
Idaho murderer Bryan Kohlberger's quadruple homicide case captivated the nation, certainly, after University of Idaho students Kaylee Gonsalves, Madison Mogen, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin were found dead in their apartment last November. Now, internet sleuths tried to put the pieces together as PhD criminology student Kohberger managed to evade police for 7 weeks before he was eventually apprehended, eventually caught. Well, now some believe that he never intended to kill all 4 of those students, that there may have only been one victim he was originally targeting. One of these people, journalist Caitlin Becker, who joins us live tonight. Thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure. Thank you.
So, Caitlin, out of all 4 victims, who do you believe Kohberger actually intended to harm that night?
My gut tells me that it is Kaylee, but my investigation as a journalist and as a reporter who has been digging into this for months now tells me it is either Kaylee or Maddie. The evidence doesn't really narrow it down to one of them, but my gut says Kaylee. But I do believe that all of the evidence points to one of the victims in the upstairs bedroom was the initial target, and that there was only one victim targeted. Unfortunately, that means the 3 other victims were just collateral damage.
And what explains that to you? What evidence particularly is leading you down that road? I know that we were speaking with former CIA officer and FBI Special Agent Tracy Walder about this months ago, and she also believed that the concept of overkill, that there was one person in particular who really received the brunt of the violence and was stabbed over and over and over again, also led her to potentially that conclusion. What are you tracking at this time?
And to kind of piggyback off of that one victim, we know from Kaylee's family was Kaylee. Kaylee's father, Steve Gonsalves, has said that Kaylee's wounds were significantly more brutal than any of the other victims, even Maddie Mogen, who died in the same bed next to her. We also know that the knife sheath was dropped next to Maddie's body, which leads me to believe that the killings started upstairs in that 3rd floor bedroom. We also know that Xana Kernodle was awake at the time of the killing. She was on TikTok just moments before being stabbed. And we also have to add that with the eyewitness testimony that we get from the surviving roommate. The surviving roommate, who was sleeping on the 2nd floor, recalls hearing the killer come into the house and be on the 3rd floor first, essentially putting Kaylee's dog in one of the bedrooms, then going to that upstairs bedroom and then filtering out through.
Okay, so I have a question already. If she's saying that Bryan took the dog out of the bedroom, right? If Bryan took Murphy out of the room with Maddie and Kaylee, how could Bryan sneak Murphy out of the room without the girls knowing? Like, it's such a tight window, and Dylan said she thought she heard Kaylee with Murphy playing around. And then she also states she thought it was Kaylee that said there's someone here. So wouldn't that give them time to like react or scream or make a noise? Like, maybe not so much Maddie, because I feel like she may have been asleep. Maybe Kaylee, said someone's here, but to me, that's just, I don't know how he would have been able to get the dog out of the bedroom to put it into Kaylee's room. And I don't think that Kaylee would lock her dog up in the room by itself because of this. I know that a lot of people are saying all of her stuff was moved out, but I mean, what if she brought like an overnight bag or people had things in there? No one wants the puppy chewing up their things. I made your point about Murphy. I don't know about, yeah. Oh, I think Maddie was real drunk. Yeah. And I just maybe, and then maybe Kaylee did hear something, and that's when she was, maybe that's when she was like, there's someone here, because that's when he was putting the dog into the other room. And then that's when she realized someone is here, because who has taken Murphy and putting him into another room. Maybe she was a little maybe sleeping a little bit, half asleep. But I just heard that and I was like, I don't know. But I thought maybe Maddie was too tired because, she had been drinking a little bit more. And so maybe that's why Kaylee's wounds were also worse, because she was defending herself and defending Maddie. But if he put the dog in the room after Patty, the dog would have blood on it. That's the only thing. Or the dog would have ran out of the bedroom or tried to stick up for the girls, or I think Murphy probably would have ran. I mean, no offense to Murphy, but yeah, I know her stuff was moved out, but Kelly D, I'm just saying, like, she could have left like overnight bag there. She could have still had clothes. Maddie could have moved things in over there. I just don't think that they would have put the dog in a room. And if she was all moved out, then she would have had to bring the crate with her. And I think maybe the Gonzalez family would have told us, like, no, Murphy would have been crated in her room. Like, because like they've said a lot. I don't know. So you think, Caroline, that Bethany or Dylan are the killer? Okay, I'm listening. So, why do you think that? Frenchie, I think you're right. I thought I saw a picture of her bed actually in the room. Oh, hold on one second. Sorry, guys. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and play this some more. Sorry, I don't know why I'm like off my brain is fogged tonight a little bit, but we'll get there.
Through
We'll get
Xana
there.
and Ethan. And if Xana was awake and came across the killer, it stands to reason that the killer likely had to kill Xana because they felt that they had to clean up a loose end, and Ethan was in the same bedroom.
And, it seems as this case comes together that prosecutors will try to make the case that this was a well thought out plan for Kohberger, that there is evidence he visited that campus, that he stalked the victims, he followed their moves on social media. What do you think actually happened in that house for him to end up killing 4 victims instead of 1?
For everything that I know, as you mentioned, all of those things that the police believe have been pretty much laid out. They have his cell phone and his car circling by that house 12 times, beginning as early as late June. So there's all of this evidence that he had been there multiple times. There are also sources saying that he had followed all 3 of the victims on social media, but only repeatedly messaged one of them. Another source said that he was found with images of just one of the victims, which again goes back to my theory that there was likely an alleged obsession with Bryan Kohlberger and one of the girls in the house. It's my belief that it was Kaylee, and that the issue was he had planned to allegedly go in this house and kill Kaylee, but probably expected Kaylee to be in her bedroom. But at the time, she had already moved out and was sleeping in the same bed as Maddie. So this is allegedly all planned out. The suspect enters the home thinking that they're going to go into one room, ended up having to go into a second room, finding 2 girls instead of 1. And that is, I think, where the dominoes started to fall and how we ended up with such mass casualties.
All right, Caitlin Becker, I certainly appreciate your time. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Absolutely.
We want to let our viewers to know to stay tuned tonight, because Newsnation's Ashley Banfield is sharing new details about Kaylee Gonsalves, Madison Mogen, Xana.
Sorry, I was reading my notes really quick. I missed something there. I was trying to listen to on that on that thing, and all because I was reading the chat. But if Bryan encountered Xana after unaliving Kaylee and Maddie, then he would have had to encountered Xana. Like, okay, so if he went to the third story first, right, and then he was coming back down, he would have had to encountered Xana either by the staircase when he's coming down, the kitchen if she's like dropping something off in the kitchen area while he's like going to head towards the back door, or that small hallway but by Dylan's room. And I'll show you really quick too what I mean, because her bedroom was around that tight corner. If she was in her bedroom, he could have come and gone up and down the third story and left and not even went around that corner to that room. So I'm just wondering how he really saw her. So I'm going to show you guys this. And this is going to be, we're going to be on the, so when this pulls up, you're going to be on the third story of the house. So if we're standing here like on the third story, and we go downstairs, like in my opinion, Bryan would have had to either like seen Xana, like she would have had to been down here looking up and saw him, or he would have had to have been down here in this hallway right here and saw her. Because you can't see, you know what I mean? You can't see around to the left of this hallway to her bedroom. Her bedroom's all the way back here. So where do you guys think she like encountered him at? I'm wondering. She most likely ran back to her bedroom. I think so too, after she's seen him. So Carolyn, did you say why you thought that I guess Dylan did it? There was no routine with these roommates. This wasn't something that normally happened. No. On Saturdays, they didn't go to a football game every Saturday. They didn't go to the last game of the year. They didn't have a person on this moving out. There was people, I don't understand that. You're going to have to give me some proof, like a fact, just one fact, a factual fact. I hate that they play these whenever you just like go right on them. But yeah, give me some facts. And I dropped the link in the thing too. Oh, I have a feeling I know. I'm no dummy. This one, this one we kind of went over the other day, but I wanted to just show to you again. And it's just the university letter to the parents of the Idaho victims.
That was that exclusive letter that we have now obtained that the University of Idaho sent to the parents of all 4 of the victims of the Idaho student murders at 1122 King Road. And it has to do with the future of that home and what's going to happen and when it's going to happen. It's extremely sad because this is it's still a mysterious tomb, if you think about it. So many of the possessions of the kids are still in the home. And the university wanted to address that with the family as well. Not only the plan for the house of demolition and remediation, but also reclaiming what's left. And there is reaction as well from the families, which I'm going to give you in a moment. I just want to read this letter to you, word for word, without any editing. Okay, it begins this way. I am the acting general counsel for the University of Idaho and oversee the legal services for the university. I first want to express my condolences to each of you for the tragic loss that you've suffered. I greatly appreciate the positive manner in which you have interacted with the university in the aftermath of this tragedy. I am writing to communicate to each of you regarding the university's plans for the house at 1122 King Road. As was conveyed to you by Dean of Students Blake Eccles, The homeowner gifted the house to the university with the intent by both parties that it be demolished. Before doing so, we will complete remediation within the house to address biohazards and chemical hazards that exist as a result of the crimes and ensuing investigation. At the completion of the remediation, we intend to have the remediation team gather any items of personal property that do not appear to be contaminated and transfer them to university personnel who will take these items to a secure off-site location for representative members of the families to review and recover items of your family members that you wish to keep. Items not selected will then be properly disposed of. This will not apply to large, bulky items such as sofas, beds, or the like, to the extent that any remain on site. If you have specific items you wish to be on the lookout for, regardless of size, please let me know. If we can locate and retain them for you, we will. We intend to proceed with demolition as soon after completion of the remediation as can be done. We do not yet have a specific date for when this will occur. We will notify you of the demolition date in advance so you are not caught by surprise by media reports. In the interim, we are making every effort to respect the dignity of your loved ones, and our activities will be done outside of media scrutiny as much as possible. The house is currently surrounded by construction fencing. The windows and doors have been securely boarded, and we are not allowing access into the house by anyone not specifically authorized by the university. Anyone authorized to enter the house will be required to agree to strict non-disclosure and will be prohibited from taking photographs or otherwise recording the inside. This communication constitutes the university's formal notice to you of our intention to proceed with remediation and demolition as described above. If you have any concerns with these plans, please contact me by April 3rd of 2023. We will address those prior to proceeding. If you have retained legal counsel, I encourage you to share this communication, notifying you of the proposed plans. You or your counsel may contact the Office of General Counsel via email, that's redacted, or call me at the phone number listed below, which I've redacted, to discuss any concerns or objections that you may have. Once again, I want to express my deepest sympathy and my condolences to each family member. It is my hope that the university's plan to remove the house helps you in your healing. A reply indicating you have received this email would be greatly appreciated, and the letter is signed by the acting counsel at the University of Idaho. So that had to be processed by the family members. They have to either respond, at least to tell them that they've received the this email, and then also if they have any concerns about the plans for remediation and demolition, and then if they have any specific items that they would like to point the university to for retrieval. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com.
Hold on a damn minute. Hold on. I'm trying to read this. Shut the front door. Hold on. I got to read this like 4 times because I can't be reading this right. Maddie was Dylan's target. She was in love with Dylan. I mean, everyone's got an opinion. They're, you know what I mean? They're like assholes, but you can't even really believe that, can you? Like what? I mean, what evidence? What? I mean, what? Maddie had a boyfriend. She was in a serious relationship. Dylan, I'm sure, had boys that liked her just as much. Oh my lordy. I thought I heard it all. I thought I heard it all with Kim and then Justin. Wow, I don't know. I don't know where your proof is of that, but okay. Oh, I'm just, all bisexuality happens. Oh yeah, it does. And it does happen. I'm not saying that doesn't happen. But you're going to off 3 other people because you like one girl? She had all the time. They were roommates. She had all the time in the world to kill just Maddie. So why take out Ethan, how could she do that? Okay. And then Zaina, that's just her size too, just as big as her. Kaylee, that's just as big as her. That's what I'm confused about. How are you going to take out 4 people? I mean, if this was a one and done, if this was just Maddie that was, unalived, then I could probably do that. But their social behavior does not lean towards it. Their social behavior is them hanging out in pictures, being 20-year-olds, looking cute. I don't understand. What do you mean, the pictures or their social behavior? Who was high on dope? Okay, I can't even play with that anymore. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't even entertain that because that's just too much even for me to entertain. When you find the proof though, or you find some evidence, please come and find me because I want to. I'm down for any theories, but that one's just out there. I mean, wow. I don't even think that anyone. People on YouTube are usually pretty good at making up some crazy stuff, but that's something that I can't even comprehend. I'm sorry. I don't mean to keep going on about it. I shouldn't do that. That's mean. But I just don't understand. I don't understand that part. It gets me fired up because there's no proof of that. And these are victims and there's no proof that Maddie, Kaylee, Dylan, Bethany, Zaina, Tanya, TitaniumBuilt, none of us are bisexual or lesbians. There's no proof of it. There's nothing out there. They all were seeing other people, of the opposite sex. And if they were lesbian lovers, bisexual, then, more power to them. But I don't think that that's going to make somebody go and mass murder people. That's what, Ethan is huge. Have you seen that kid? I don't understand how you would take him out if you were a female like that. And you already off 2 people upstairs. You're going to be exhausted. You're going to be totally beat. I don't know. But yeah, the link is in the chat if anyone wants to come up and explain that to me. That one is, I don't know. I don't understand that one. Man, I thought I heard them all too. So, where did you hear that? Where did you get your information? So maybe I know where to not go or something. Because I don't know where you're getting that, but that's not good information.
New details are surfacing about Bryan Kohlberger and his life behind bars. He's accused of murdering 4 college students in Idaho. Newsnation's Ashley Banfield reports Kohlberger has lost a significant amount of weight in jail, suggesting it could be because of his strict vegan diet. She also reports a witness says Kohlberger is seen smiling a lot, like, quote, he has not a care in the world. But this comes 4 months after the murders of Kaylee Gonsalves, Madison Mogen, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin. Newsnation's Alex Capriello is live for us in Moscow, Idaho. And Alex, what is it like there now?
Hey, Nicole, good evening to you. I want to show you this. This is the closest we've ever actually been to this house where the 4 victims were murdered. As you can see, there's been some changes over the past few months. Number one, this industrial heavy-duty fence that now lines the perimeter, as well as these boarded up windows and doors. I've been able to speak to neighbors all day today, and they tell me that there's this great sense of relief now that Kohlberger is locked up in jail, albeit it's only about 2 miles from here. But it's that fact alone that allows them to move forward with their lives.
College town, Moscow, Idaho, is healing. 4 months removed from the murders of Kaylee Gonsalves, Maddie Mogen, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin.
Hi there.
Hello.
I'm Alex. I'm a reporter for Newsnation.
Their one-time neighbors tell me it feels as if life is returning to normal.
It's a lot nicer knowing that he's going to be put up to trial soon, that he's he's not on the streets anymore, he's not out there, he's in prison, waiting time for his trial, and so it makes everyone feel a lot better.
Security still stands guard at all hours of the day, a fact that reassures students of their daily safety. The home, repossessed by the University of Idaho, is scheduled to be demolished in the future, but that date is still uncertain.
The University of Idaho now is in possession of it. They have plans to demolish it. Do you like that idea?
I do. I hope they keep it up until after the trial, though, so that they can, if they need to, they can collect any further evidence to put him into jail. But afterwards, I hope they demolish it and turn it into something nice for the students.
I was hoping to visit Bryan Kohlberger.
The Latah County Jail wouldn't allow me inside. There's just been too much public attention drawn to this case. So much so, public court documents now line the windows of the jail for curious onlookers to read the latest on the upcoming trial. I placed a request to speak to Kohlberger himself. I'm waiting to hear back from his attorney.
And tonight on Banfield, we have an exclusive for you. We're actually going to take you behind the house. This is a space that's completely off limits to everyone, but I had a chance earlier today to go back there. We're going to show you what's behind the house, that backyard, as well as that door that Kohlberger allegedly went inside of before those murders occurred. That's an exclusive tonight on Banfield.
All right, Alex, thank you for that.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find Newsnation on your television provider.
I'm sorry that took forever for me to get to there. Hold on one second. I was trying to see which video we were on. And then hold on one second. Sorry. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't like, I didn't lose my place. I don't know why I keep losing my place tonight, guys. Oops, hold on. I just want to make sure I got this right. Okay, yes, I'm on the right spot then. I was trying to like go through the window, so sorry I couldn't see the chat for a minute. But they were talking about in the last video, and I was wondering, I'm wondering what do they still have in the house, do you think? Like, I know that they didn't, you know, when they took out some of the items in the world's smallest U-Haul back in maybe December. It was one of those U-Hauls, you know, that holds up to like one room. But they did remove the bedding, like the mattresses. So I'm sure there's still a ton of items in the house. So I just wonder what they have. Bon, it is people, it's crazy because people believe he didn't do it. I just feel like there's a lot of evidence pointing his direction. Hello, from California. But yes, okay, so sorry. Then I was going to tell you something else. Man, I'm like all over the place with this tonight, but I promise we are all here today. I think it's because everything was like, I've been reading the chat and the chat is on fire tonight, and that's what it is. You guys are, I need to put on my like glasses to not look at the chat, like put a little shade over there. So yeah, I'm wondering what they still have in the house, and I bet it's going to be extremely hard for the families to go and retrieve those items, but I'm hoping that it's therapeutic for them in some ways, just to, you know, get the items back, and, you know, hopefully there's nothing that's, you know, hopefully they get it all cleaned and they get it out properly, which they did the last time, and I'm sure they will this time. And the families are able to pick up their, you know, their children's belongings. Because a lot of people would, they're probably going to want that stuff, you know. And then let me do this one. Okay. So also, they said in the last video that he lost a lot of weight. I bet it's because he's in jail. So he might want to get used to that food. I don't think that they're going to be feeding him anything else anytime soon. They're already trying to feed him his vegan diet. Give him his vegan diet. So I don't know. But I think that that's probably why he lost a lot of weight, is because he's probably used to eating certain vegan food. and they don't have that vegan food in the jails for him. Also, it's nice to hear that the students are moving kind of forward, you know, even though they're moving forward because the alleged killer's in custody, and that's why. Furniture, I thought they'd put the mattresses back in. I would imagine everything you need to live in the house with friends. Oh, I was reading the comments, sorry. Exactly, Frenchie. Yeah, and that's what the thing is too. And a lot of people are like, "This is circumstantial evidence. It's all circumstantial." Most cases are built around circumstantial evidence. It's the circumstances is like what tells you is it reasonable that this person did this, or is it reasonable that this person didn't do this? But a lot of the time they don't have direct evidence. In this case, they do have that direct evidence. They have that touch DNA. They have that DNA. It's DNA. I mean, that's direct. You know, the phone pings and stuff like that, they may be able to, you know, explain those away. I don't know exactly. I mean, I've seen the reports like in the PCAs and stuff, but they may have more that we don't know about. Yeah, but not on a knife sheath. If this was like touch DNA and this was just like in the house on a cup, no way. But he definitely he took the gloves off, he put the knife in, he buckled that sheath in and put his fingerprint on it. That's what I think. And they only put, you know, enough in the PCA also to, you know, get the arrest. They leave out a lot of it. They don't want to put a lot of the stuff in because they don't want a lot of the names in, probably because of witnesses and things of that nature too. That's what I'm assuming anyway. Maybe we know 1% of the facts. Yeah, I don't think we know very much, but no, I didn't say that was enough to convict, but you got to think of all the evidence they have against him. And I'm sorry, but no one come at me and say this is an OCD thing, because this is not an OCD thing. Who the hell stands in their kitchen at 1:30 in the morning bagging up their own trash out of a trash can into separate baggies? I'm sorry, but nobody does that. Nobody. Other than Bryan Kohlberger. Like, I've got OCD like you wouldn't even know. It is to the max. And you would never see me bagging up my own. I'm not going to touch someone else's garbage to get to my garbage. That's gross. That's gross. I'm not touching someone else's garbage. You know what I mean? Like, no. I don't know. I can't get me with that. Someone who's paranoid about their DNA. Yeah. You do not do that. AZ, you do not do that. Don't you be coming in here. No, you don't. You do not. That made me laugh. No, you don't. Like, I'm a thing. Okay, so like OCD to me, like, and it's I guess it's a dirty job, but I like to clean out the vacuum cleaner, like the bristles. But for me to touch someone else's stuff, no. And if anyone wants to know all of the evidence that they have over Bryan, on Bryan Kohlberger, I have a Idaho 4 playlist the size of my arm, and all of it is in there. He's not just unusual, he is abnormally quiet. If I was accused of murder, of 4 mass murder, I would not just be standing there with this death look on my face, like this hollow look on my face. Like, that's all he does. There's no way. And I think his parents going and seeing him, I think that shows a lot too. I think that tells a whole story. So, warning here, BTK's daughter's back, Carrie. So she's doing an appearance on this episode. I think it was with Bryan. So let me see. Yeah, it is with Bryan. So someone different.
I have now learned that Kohlberger's two sisters have both lost their jobs since the murders and were let.
I actually want to show you. Let me see if I still have it. I do. Right here. I'm going to show you a picture of Bryan Kohlberger's sisters. So this is his sister right here. That was the school counselor. I mean, it's already out on Daily Mail, so it's not like I'm showing you anything that no one's seen. And then his sister here, that's the one that's the actress. Neither of them are working anymore because they both lost their jobs due to Bryan Kohlberger being arrested.
Let go because of their relationship with their brother, Bryan Kohlberger. Kohlberger's older sister was a school counselor, and we know his younger sister, at one point at least, was working as an actress. Both of Kohlberger's parents are retired, and I'm told the family is in very, very bad shape financially right now, especially because the sisters are now unemployed. You'll remember we caught a glimpse of Bryan's dad riding in the car with his son when Indiana police pulled Kohlberger over in December as he was making that cross-country trip from Idaho to Pennsylvania. That was just weeks after the murders. I've also learned that the family has not visited Kohlberger in jail. A lot of people have been asking me this on Twitter over the last couple of weeks, whether or not they've made the trip back to Idaho to visit the jail. They have not. Though I've been told that they have talked to Kohlberger on the phone. You remember the statement Kohlberger's parents initially released back in January expressed condolences for the victims, but added that they will continue to love and support our son and brother while promoting his presumption of innocence. And now we know that even his sisters just being related to Kohlberger has really taken a toll on their livelihood. It's a situation my next guest, unfortunately, really knows about all too well. Carrie Rawson is the daughter of Dennis Rader, perhaps better known as the BTK killer for Bind, Torture, and Kill. She's also the author of A Serial Killer's Daughter, My Story of Faith, Love, and Overcoming. And Carrie joins me now. Carrie, thanks as always for coming on with me. I really appreciate it. And you just have such an interesting perspective on these kinds of situations. Kohlberger's sisters, from what we know, there's no evidence that they had anything to do with the murders, but now we're learning that they have lost their jobs because of their connection to their brother. Did anything like this happen to you or your family? What do you make of it?
Well, first, I think it's important to remember that Kohlberger's family, as far as we know at this point, are crime victims. So you have to come from that place to begin with to understand what they're going through. In the case of my family, we all took a break. We had to stop work for a while with understanding from like our employers. So my one of my uncles, my dad's younger brother, he took an early retirement from Boeing in Wichita. He was kind of approached by management and then asked them for help. So they were really supportive because it wouldn't have been a very good culture for him on the floor of Boeing to have to go back and be the brother of BTK. Plus, my uncles had to help with their mom. My grandma was really frail and falling down at home, and the media kept coming to her house. So she was actually moved to a nursing home outside of Wichita, and she was actually protected under a different last name, even just to protect her privacy and my family's privacy, so we could go visit her in peace. Go ahead.
No, sorry to interrupt you. I was just going to say the fact that your uncle and even your grandmother were impacted, and I feel like social media is even more rampant now than when you guys went through this. It's probably even worse for even extended relatives of the Kohlbergers. The fact that his family hasn't gone to visit him in jail, what do you make of that? Do you think that's purely financial? And did you have to weigh whether to go visit your dad when everything went down?
I think in Kohlberger's family's case, it could be a financial issue because that's a long trip, expensive, plane ticket, a long drive, hotel, that kind of thing. For my family, for me, it was more a personal choice. I mean, I was living in Michigan, so I only made it home a few times before he pled guilty. But it was more a choice of mine, emotional decision. It was just too difficult to go see my father under those conditions. There were also issues of privacy and safety. The media was waiting for me to come home. They were, following my family. So it was just better for our family to deal with things quietly. Plus, we were dealing with things we knew outside that the public and the media didn't. So we were in a position of trying to manage, knowing my father was guilty, knowing he had confessed, and trying to just deal with everything that we were being put through.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com.
Okie dokie. So I have a couple things to say about that. Both of Bryan's sisters were let go, from their jobs. I think that's bull crap. Is that even legal? Can people legally do that? Like, I should know this because I'm an owner of a LLC. But I'm a genuine person, so I would never even think of firing somebody if they weren't involved in something like that. I mean, that's just crazy that they lost their jobs because their brother, he hasn't even been convicted. I mean, he hasn't been convicted. I'm not saying that I think he's innocent, but I'm saying he hasn't been convicted. So, that's just crazy to me that they lost their job. Also, his family hasn't been there to see him yet. And I'm going to say it right now. I don't think it's the 1,000% expenses. I don't think it's expenses. No, not at all. If my family thought or knew that I was innocent, which, they would know that I was innocent, they would be there to see me. They just would at least once or twice before the trial. And I don't know, that's just my family. I'm not Kohlberger's dad and mom, but I know for damn sure that my dad would be on a plane at the same time, flying right beside my plane, going back over to Moscow from Pennsylvania. He would, just to make sure I was okay. And I got over there okay. And I got into the jail okay. Can I put the suicide smock on her for you guys? Can I get her situated? Because, I don't know. I just feel like the lack of support from the family it just shows something. It just shows. My mom said she'd hide me and lie for me. That's funny. That's all you need, right? My mom and dad would have done the same thing though. No, they would have. And let me turn my camera on so I can be dead serious when I say this. When I tell you, I probably could have shot somebody. And my dad would have been like, not my daughter. No, not her. Not her. But, just to make you laugh a little bit. But no, I just feel like, he, if anything, they did go to the court over when I was in Pennsylvania, but I still feel like maybe his family should have went out there and at least seen him. He's been out there for a while, so. But that's just me. His dad could fly there to drive home with him for Christmas. Why not go see him when he's in jail? My granny even sent my nieces with a cake with a file in it. That sounds. My mom would be like, I bet you I could bake her something like that. I always get these guys in the best of looks too. But I just feel like that. And then this next one I'm going to show you actually is, I feel kind of bad about this. Bryan Enton is on the wrong side of the camera on this one. So in this video, it's going to show this news correspondence guy outside of the house. And he can go right up to the gate at this point. And before they couldn't even go into the driveway. So I personally think Bryan Enton should have been there to do that, to see it more up close like that, but that's just me. Yeah, it's not too crazy usually in this shop. It is crazy in here tonight, isn't it? And if all you crazy folks don't mind, smashing that like button, that'd be great. How many likes do we have? I didn't even like my own video yet. That's shame on me. I should like my own video, right? We got 297 in here. 3 people left. They hated me. They said, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. They were like, we're out. We're not going to give her a thumbs up. But yeah, if you guys could just thumbs up the video, it really does help me. And I love you guys for that. Plus, we're entertainment, if nothing else. So let's see what he has to say about this.
Heard that the University of Idaho is fast-tracking its plans to tear down one of the biggest pieces of evidence in the case against Bryan Kohlberger, and that is the house where the 4 students were killed last November, 1122 King Road in Moscow. We are learning the university has changed its plans and decided to tear down the structure sooner than their original timeline, which said the house would be demoed sometime by the end of the semester. Other information we're learning tonight is that Kohlberger has lost a significant amount of weight while behind bars. He's been held at the Latah County Jail in Idaho for 3 months since his extradition from Pennsylvania following his arrest. That was back on December 30th. We've reported on Kohlberger's vegan diet, which he adheres to strictly, and on the massive amount of weight that he dropped also while he was in high school. And now we're learning from jail sources this recent weight loss, it could be due to Kohlberger not liking the jail food or the vegan diet that he's been fed behind bars. I mean, you're in jail. I mean, come on. But for more on all these developments, we want to go right to News Nation's national correspondent, Alex Capriello. He is in Moscow, Idaho right now. He is outside the house where all of this happened. It's interesting to see you there, Alex. I haven't been there in a while. I saw you pretty soon after the murders. You were out there. Looks like you're able to get much closer to the house now. Which is interesting. We know that they are planning to tear it down soon. Any indication out there that that could be happening like very, very soon in the next couple of days?
Well, we really haven't seen much of a presence out here besides ourselves and the security that stands guard 24/7. But as you noted, Brian, things are a lot different than the last time you and I were here for our News Nation special. You can see I'm much, much closer to the house. They've allowed us onto the driveway, and I think that's primarily because they have these new sort of barriers that are lining the entire perimeter of the home, this industrial strength fencing. Also, obviously, the boarded up windows, the boarded up doors. No matter what angle you look at this house, you're going to find these covering up everything. But beyond that, it's still a waiting game when it comes to the actual demolition of this house. We don't have any indication that that's happening right now or in the near future. We're just sort of waiting for the University of Idaho to make a move, or at least an announcement that might come down from a higher authority.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. It's good you're out there. It's certainly interesting to see the way that it is boarded up now, and hopefully you'll get some warning before they come out there and start to tear it down. But it does appear at this point that it's imminent. Alex Capriello, thank you so much. We appreciate you coming on tonight.
Thank you for watching. Go to
new reporting, a jail inmate.
Okay, sorry about that. Trying to see where I was at. Sorry about that. But the next one, so that was just like a short little clip I wanted to show you. But yeah, I think that Bryan Enton should be the one. I know I probably say his last name wrong, but I feel like he should be the one that's out in front of or behind the house that gets the private little tour. If anybody gets a tour, it should be him. Also, I wonder, actually, let me play this for you, and then I will ask the question. Also, thank you guys all for being here. Welcome to all the new people that just joined us. I appreciate it. Oh, yeah, and then LLC was just, it's just a limited liability company. I was talking earlier about how I had an LLC. I forget what it was about, though. I'm like, I forget what I said that, though.
And this new reporting, a jail inmate was brought in to the Moscow jail. That's the Latah County Courthouse. The lower level is the jail. It's about 2,000 square feet. There's the section that is for general population. There's the section for segregated inmates where Bryan Kohlberger lives. The you could hear through those walls and doors. And boy, did Bryan Kohlberger get an earful. The night that inmate was brought into the Latah County Jail, he was up all night. Our exclusive sourcing tells us, source with intimate knowledge of Bryan Kohlberger in jail, says the threats were nonstop. Let me just read them for you. "I'm going to kill you, Kohlberger." Direct quote from this new inmate through the walls and through the doors, which Bryan Kohlberger could hear. And it wasn't just once, it was all night long. And when that wasn't enough, that inmate decided to change course and target the guards, saying, "I'll get Kohlberger to kill you." And that is also a quote. Those guards had to actually move this inmate, although in 2,000 square feet, I'm not exactly sure where you could move them. But the threat was so repetitive, so ongoing all night long, the jail facility had to take action. We also have an update for you on the house. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find Newsnation.
Okay. So yeah, every inmate wants to be the little baddie on the block. So apparently they had a new baddie that came in the jail. And I wonder, I bet you I can just see the look on Kohlberger's face. The just staring into the space, you know? I'm pretty sure that's probably, that guy probably just wanted to get a rise out of somebody. Because, you know, he not only did he say he was going to, you know, off Kohlberger, but then he told the officers, the jailers, that, you know, he was going to have Bryan off them. So very, very strange. But I wonder what Bryan was thinking the whole night, just hearing this guy going, like, just yelling, saying, "I'm going to, like, unalive you." He probably just was like, whatever, dude. I don't know. I don't know it. I just wish we could know what that guy's thinking a little bit. Oh, let me, let's see. Sorry. I want to make sure I got it on the right one for you guys. I think this is it. Oh, okay. So I have a question for you. So this is like the last video I'm going to show here. If you guys have been around my channel for any length of time, you'll probably know this pretty quickly, but it takes a few minutes before you see it and you'll notice it. But it will say, hold on, what was it? Okay, I'll look in the chat in a minute. But this will be the question. So can anyone guess what we will see in this video that still blows my mind? So it'll be something in this video that you'll see and it still blows my mind. You'll notice it because I noticed it. But if not, I'll tell you at the end of the video. Let me see here.
Outside a huge perimeter. We've never been allowed to come onto the driveway, let alone come up to the house. And now Alex Capriello can. Our national correspondent has gained exclusive access to something no one else has come close to. He is live with me now outside of 1122. So first and foremost, Alex, what is the story that, you know, the security has been told about when to expect demolition? And then while you're at it, tell me how you got this access.
Yeah, as of this point, we really don't have a firm timeline of when this demolition could occur. I'll tell you just from being here over the past 24 hours that we really haven't seen much activity from either law enforcement or from University of Idaho officials. You would assume that perhaps there would be some scanning or some last-minute adjustments that would be made before a demolition would occur. Well, none of that's happening right now. It's really just been myself, my team, and the security guards that you see right here behind me. And so this all-exclusive access that I had was actually the closest I've ever actually been to this crime scene. You know, Ashley, that I've been out here covering this for several months, but I've never been able to step foot this close, much less get access to this backyard where we know a lot of the entering before these murders occurred actually happened. So the security team actually gave me a first look at it. We're going to show it to you right now.
Joe, is it tough to be in charge of monitoring all this?
No, just make sure no one comes back here is really all the main thing that we're in charge of.
Yeah.
But as you can see, it's not fenced in, so, you know, people can walk around and take pictures.
When you trade shifts with someone, do you guys do a perimeter check or anything to make sure no one's scooping?
Yep. Yep. Make sure nothing's stolen or, yeah, just the basic furniture that they did to relax and stuff.
So as you can see, this is stuff that most people would have completely off limits to them. I had the opportunity to go back there and see it for myself, and it really was eye-opening for me to be able to walk back there, to look with my own eyes, to touch the fence, to see the boards up on the windows, and just to be there and witnessing it firsthand.
So give me some of your impressions. I'm looking at pictures of you back there. Obviously, you're closer than anyone's been. You could see in some of those areas. What were your impressions? What did you see that stood out?
Well, what was totally fascinating to me, Ashley, was while we know that the inside has been in and out, tinkered with, stuff cleaned and then pulled out, put into U-Hauls, the backyard remains virtually untouched. It's as if, there were college kids there living there yesterday. It was presumably all the items that were left behind on that day in November when those police were called. I'm talking about beer cans, pizza boxes, lounge chairs, just the seemingly a college house that was left untouched. And I'm not sure what the plan is, if they want to clean that up or if that's being considered as evidence. But really, it just showed me that this is an untouched area of the home that is completely hasn't been seen by anyone up close and personal like it was for me earlier today.
Well, that's a good point. At this point, all I can say, is that it can't be evidence. This crime scene was turned back over to the university, and so it would be hard to say that's now any kind of evidence that doesn't have a chain of custody issue connected with it. But I want to ask you, Alex, if your sense there is that they are prepping this house for demolition, or if they are prepping this house for moving day, where they take the additional items out of there, because that was the letter they sent all the parents last week. They are going in, they said, and removing the remaining items. But what are you seeing in terms of prep work?
Really nothing, Ashley. We know from that letter that there is going to be advance notice to these families before anything is done. But as far as I can tell right here on the scene, none of that is happening right now. There's probably still deliberations going on or some sort of essential planning. But like I mentioned, there's been no university officials here on scene. There's been no law enforcement presence, no Moscow PD. I haven't even really seen Moscow PD drive by like we did back in December and January where they were making their frequent runs. But as far as I'm concerned, really any sort of plans for demolition or cleaning or moving is not happening, at least in person, here in Moscow.
Just breaks my heart to see those cans of White Claw and the pizza boxes and the barbecue, knowing that that was such a fun place for these kids and other kids that came to visit them. It was college. It was the fun that so many people watching right now can completely identify with for college kids. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And
oh, I was on mute. I was on mute. Sorry about that. I was trying to read the comments a little bit. No one got that couch yet. No, I'm surprised, Mike. Do you need a new couch? But did you guys notice what they didn't collect? I'm just going to rewind it a little bit and show you. Come on, banner, get off of there, News Nation. That trash can and that trash, I'm stuck on it, and I'm going to be stuck on it until somebody takes that trash. Janet knew. That trash, that stuck out to me because somebody, I posted something like a video and I said something about the trash in there, and they were like, that trash has been gone since they boarded it up. And I saw like this a couple of days ago, not this video, but I saw that it was still back there. So now I saw it again and I'm just like, I'm just wondering, I mean, it's just, if they don't have the murder weapon, why not look in that trash can? I don't know. DoorDash serial killer. I thought it was BTK, not BBK. that made me laugh. I think that, I mean, we went over the reasons, why I don't believe Bryan Kohlberger is the DoorDash driver. I mean, for, let's just give one. We'll just give one. You need to have your phone on and working to use the DoorDash app. So. Oh, I don't know. Did you see an ashtray? Oh, yeah, that little bucket thing, maybe? Is that what you're looking at, Sarah? That could be. I mean, I would just take all that stuff just to be on the safe side, I mean, maybe not maybe not the trash that's been bagged up. There's like a white bag of trash over there that's been bagged up. I mean, maybe, but still, I would still take it. You would just still do it. I don't know. But that definitely could be an ashtray of some sort. But do kids still smoke cigarettes or do they just vape? Because I don't know. That's sad. That's sad. I don't know that though. I mean, I vape. I quit smoking cigarettes a long time ago, but I know that some people still smoke. Oh, was she victim shaming Summer? Oh man, yeah. I didn't see that. That's why I was trying to go back. I was trying to go back in the chat, but you guys got it before I could. Oh, no, I see it now. Oh, my Lord. Oopsie. Oops, what'd I do? Oopsie. Uh-oh. I did something. Uh-oh. I don't know what that means. Quit. Okay. I don't know what I did, but I did something funny with my mouse. I tapped it. Maybe smoke weed out there. Yeah. Yeah, they could put their remnants of that in there. Oh no, but when I that's why I don't drink. I would want to smoke. Which I did have a beer actually. Christmas, I think it was, or something. Or Thanksgiving. And I didn't smoke. And my sister-in-law smokes, but she wasn't smoking. She was vaping. So it was I didn't even want to smoke, which was good because I haven't smoked in years. Summer's over there. He wants to be in timeout. Yeah, that was a little crazy in there, wasn't it? So what's my final poll? Oh, no one thought Ethan was the target, except for 2%. Okay, I can go back to tell you the target. It's now 94 votes. Okay, so in the beginning of the live, we did where I was asking, who you guys thought the targets were. We did polls. So Catherine, yeah, they do. They do. People need spankings. Don't make us have to talk about what we were talking about last night with teachers in school spanking kids getting their own switches in the backyard. But Kaylee, so we did them as, do you think who was the target? So, for the first poll, it was who do you think Kaylee was the target? And, out of 111 people, 60% of you guys thought that she was. Maddie, out of 123 people, 66% thought that Maddie was, and that's personally who I'm leaning more towards. And then 15% said they thought Zaina, and then 2% Ethan. Oops, Ethan. Which I wanted to add him in there. I didn't think anyone would really think that he was, but you drank one Mike's Hard pineapple mango the other day and got lit. I probably would too. The hair salon this girl needs one. The nail salon where I go, they give you wine. I think it's free even, but I didn't get any. So yeah, make sure you're subscribing to this channel or I'm going to hunt on you guys. Even though I can't see the people that aren't in the chat, I know I'm psychic like that too. If that's my other special gift, if you didn't know, Just kidding. I'm not really. Yeah, no, there were some people in here that thought, well, people can have their opinions, but they were just yelling at me to go check out this video. And I was just like, man, I had to. But I think that Super Geek was in here last night and we talked about it. Or Greek, Super. I looked down at Summer's thing. She forgot the R. Super Greek. Oh, I like that name. That's cute. Teresa needs a hot stone massage. Someone go give Teresa a hot stone massage. Someone that lives in Florida. The woman just got out of the hospital the other day. She needs a hot stone massage. She wants one. I'll be there in 12 hours. Van life. Christina said, have a glass for her. Oh, you and drink, but it's 2:08 there. We should do that one night. Have a live where we'll have a couple drinks. But then I'd have to have Vincent in here to turn the live off when I got a little too crazy. Oh, but she said maybe we should, but serve wine though. Maybe we should switch to bourbon. I would. That's what I'd have in my desk. For sure. My sister-in-law's a beautician. She told me just come down and she would do my hair for Christmas, like part of my Christmas present. But as you can see, I haven't made it down there yet because I don't want to dye my hair. I'm not ready for that. I think that's what it is. I was trying to see your comment, Elisa, from the earlier. Yeah, people just, yeah, they do. I think that they do try to sabotage. I feel like channels kind of do start to do that a little bit, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Like there was a creator out there, and he's not there anymore. Oh shoot, what was his name? What was his name? Vincent would know. Morbid Reality. That's his name. He was a creator on this platform. And if you're out there and you're listening, Morbid, hello, hi, welcome to the chat. But he hasn't been on the platform in a few months. But he used to be one of the meanest people I've ever seen. Like he would take people and and he would get them, like, say they, like for instance, one lady that was a content creator had a falling out, like really bad with her puppy, like something happened with her dog and it was just a bad situation, like just something that you wouldn't talk about. You just wouldn't bring that up about somebody that's going through such a hard time. And he did a whole video, 3 hours on it. I mean, and the stuff he was saying in it was derogatory and disgusting. And it was right when I came into true crime. So it was right around Kylie Rodney. And so I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be hit. He's going to come after me. Because, and this was why I knew this. This wasn't like a guess. This is why I knew he was probably going to come after me, was because a girl had come. She had taken 2 of my videos and twisted my words and then tried to use them on her platform, and I copywrote them or whatever. So I was so I said no, you're not going to do that. So I sent them in or whatever. And this girl ended up going into this Morbid Realities chat and gave him super chats 2 or 3 different times. Another creator sent me snapshots of this. Because I wouldn't have known, and was like, you need to go after TitaniumBuilt, was giving him $10, $20 super chats. And I'm just like, oh my God, he's going to come after me. I don't know what happened to him, Margot. He is horrible. But, so one day I got on my live and I was like, Tanya, I was like, you're just going to make fun of yourself before he has the chance to do it to you. Because my biggest weakness for anybody that's going to make fun of me is my eye. To me anyway. Or maybe my voice, I don't know. But my eye's probably my biggest, she's blind. Okay, get me with that one. Okay. But so I came out here and I just made all these jokes about myself. And I was like, if you want any content, I was like, I'll give it to you for free. And then he never made fun of me. And then and then he just left. He literally just left the platform one day. And I was like, awesome. I'm just reading you. I'm trying to read up through. I'm missing something, but I built a camper on my old truck with a topper and old bed set. Oh my gosh, that sounds like fun. That's like a little, that's like a little camper. Yeah. I bet that'd be cute for pictures. Like to take little pictures, like little country pictures. Vincent and I need pictures taken. We've never had professional pictures taken. Other than professional as in professional, you just sit over here and we're going to get the tripod. Oh, magic. I love that. Always remember when someone bullies you, it says more about them than it does about you. That's true. And that's why I was like, I'm just going to get to them before they can get to me in a way. And I forget what else I said. I wish I could find that. I had to find that video because it was probably short and just play it for you guys because it was probably hilarious. I mean, I was probably rattling off some stuff. I was probably just didn't care. But yeah, I mean, and he just, I don't know where he even went. And I was even going through like old videos of me. And before I even had StreamYard, guys, I would like play little clips on my iPad. I have like an iPad stand. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've grown in the last like 6 months, I would say. That's funny. Who's drinking? I'm digging this chat tonight. Me too. Does anybody else have any questions? Anything they want to say? I'm here to talk for a minute if y'all want to. It's only 9:15. It's like we didn't come on at 8:15. It was so weird. And I thought about like doing an afternoon live or a morning live if you guys would be interested. Just like I feel like we're missing some people in our mornings, and I just want to say hello to them. Elisa said, "Oh, do you even remember what it was like having two eyes? Because I can't remember what it was like having two arms." No. It doesn't, I don't really remember it anymore. It's become more natural, but I'm still where like I run into stuff. I hit my head a lot in the shower, which is bad to say that, but like if I bend down, sometimes I'll bump it because my depth perception's off a little bit. But, I don't remember what it's like, but I would love to have have a bionic eye. They're like in the process of making all these wonderful things where like you can almost have it again. So if I could, I think it's 150,000 or something just to try it. So if you guys want to chip in to my bionic eye fund, I'm just kidding. I should start one bionic eye fund, like GoFundMe. I just want to, like, I don't know how much it is to try it, but like if someone would just let me be a test dummy to like put it in just to see for like a minute, just to see if I liked it, I mean. Oh, Dolly said, I'm mostly blind in my left eye, retinal detachment and macular hole in 2016, finally used to it. Oh my Lord. I bet that hurt. See, I was in a car accident. Mine had I believe it said 3 to 4 millimeter gashes in it, in the actual eye. So it wasn't able to be saved. But I couldn't imagine, but I don't remember the pain. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Thank you, Lord Jesus. So for like people like Dolly, or we have Elliot that's blind from childhood. We have someone else, like other people, are blind, like, because that's something I can relate to being like, I can't imagine the pain you guys went through. Like, oh man. Oh, he donated his corneas. I would donate my one. She has glaucoma. Your wife does. Ashley, I didn't know that. That's what Fetty Wap had. That's how he lost his eye at 9. And he doesn't wear a prosthetic. He just wears, I think it's a clear piece. He has to be wearing something over that. Oh, I didn't see Dreamcatcher's thing. Oh, yeah. Yep, I got me a little fakey. Yeah, I'm a little fake out of there. I didn't see a Dreamcatcher. I'm sorry, I didn't see your comment. Yeah, I was in a real bad car accident. I was trapped in the car for like 2.5 hours underneath the engine block. Dumbass car. We hit a tree. It wasn't the car, it was the guy that hit the tree, but he hit the tree all in the front passenger side. So when he hit it and then we smacked the telephone pole right beside the gas tank. So they were afraid the car would blow up, but they couldn't get me out of the car. They were using Jaws of Life. That wasn't working. I think with it being in February and it being so cold and my body being going through so much trauma, I shut down. Like I don't remember any of it, but they say on a scale from there's a 0 meaning like you're dead to a 15 meaning like, you know, and in between comatose and stuff, like 15 meaning like you're fully alert and ready to like get off the gurney and go home. I was a 15, they said, but my legs were shattered. My face was shattered. There's no way I was going to get off that, you know, that chair, but that's how I was though. I was 28 when it happened. Fairy wrap. Oh, thanks, Nancy. Really? You're going, we're all blind up in this place. There's so many people. And my channel was a trauma channel before it was a true crime channel, which is still trauma. We talk about a lot of traumas, I feel like, at the end of the lives and stuff. Because I don't mind asking or answering questions. I like the questions, actually. I used to be, actually, Elisa, I'm going to ask you this. So when you first lost your arm, and maybe you didn't have like a prosthetic or whatever, did you feel the need to have to tell everybody your story? Or anybody that's had like a loss, like, or a disease or a trauma? Does anyone else feel like that? Every time, like when I first lost my eye, every person I met, I felt like, hi, I'm Tanya, I lost my eye. Like, and I'm just like, it took me up until 2020, from 2014 until I stopped saying that. Really? They saved your mom's eye with some sort of monkey part? Susie Blue, where are you from? I bet your mom got the monkey part herself or something. I don't know why, because they're doing her own surgery and everything. She always felt bad for the monkey. She was fatal accident in 1966. Oh my gosh. She like, monkey parts. Where are you from, girl? I need to come to you to get my medical. You felt like that after spinal surgery? Yeah. I bet, I don't know if Leslie's in here, but I bet you she felt like that too. She had flat back syndrome. I actually did a story on her. She wrote the whole story. I literally just said it and it was beautiful. So if you guys, it's one of my videos, it's like forever ago, but it's a beautiful story. One hell of a night. How do I cope? I didn't for a long time. I didn't for like the first 6 months. I didn't cope very well. I yelled a lot and cried a lot, but I was always by myself. So no one, like my mom would see it, but nobody else saw it. But then I don't know what it was. Something in the hospital was like, you either have to walk or you're not going to walk anymore. And something in my body was like, you're going to be positive. It's either you could be negative or positive. And I don't know what it was, because I probably shouldn't have been positive, just because I mean, it wasn't my fault. And I just went through a really bad breakup, and I was going through a lot of stuff. So there was a whole lot of things to keep me from not being positive, but I was just extremely positive. And then it just kind of poured out until after I left the hospital. And then after I left the hospital, music's been my biggest thing. Find a song that you love. And I mean, even if you play it all the time, I will play a song till my ears bleed. And I still like the same old songs. I'm gonna have to make you guys a playlist. I have a playlist for when I go to the gym. I have a playlist if I'm in the car. You have PTSD. Cheryl, me too. Me too, honey. Oh, it's bad. You were in a bad car accident with your 17-year-old son. He had a traumatic brain injury. Oh my gosh. He's 34 now. I broke my face and neck. We've had multiple surgeries as well. I broke every bone in the right side and in my chin, orbital socket. Wow. Donors are amazing. I have donor tissue in my eye. It's just underneath of my eye. Yeah, I think that Susie Blue's from another country. I think they got the good medical over there. Like monkey farts. Yeah, people don't know what to say. Hey, Pamela. I didn't even see you up there. I'm glad I'm going back up. Me, one hell of a night. Me too. Me too. I was, I said to my counselor one day, I said existing, it's like even worse. It's like even lower than that. My best way to describe it, it's not, this isn't bad. This isn't bad. I just got to learn how to fix the pieces, but it's like I had a mirror and I just like dropped it, you know? And then the pieces were okay. Like they weren't that small. So I started picking them up, but then I dropped them again. And then I dropped them again, keep dropping them. So now they're all shattered, like in a zillion pieces. So now I just need to rebuild. I need a lot of glue. Oh, well, be careful with your glaucoma. Make sure that your doctor's a good doctor. Because I've told you guys before, my mom's doctor said 3 people had glaucoma and they didn't. What happened with Dreamcatcher? Did I miss something? Really? You're in a bad one with your mom, who I love so much. Aw. Oh, you're welcome. You guys are amazing. Oh, man, I'm so sorry. My sister-in-law is a domestic violence advocate. I don't know how she does it some days, I was in a relationship with somebody that could have been like that. I didn't know until after I broke up with him that he was like that with his ex-girlfriend. But not with me. Because I went straight to my sister-in-law and I said, we've got a problem. Stage 5 clinger here. I don't know, she said like the code word. I knew it wasn't a code word, but I feel like she like locked it down and it was like, it was fine. We just fixed it. Oh, thank you. I wish I could show you. There was a picture the other day. It was from when me and Vincent first started dating. It came up and I was like, wow. Like you could just tell the difference in like, my eye, things like that. Cause it was from so long ago. And it just looks so much better now. I don't think it'll be on there. Oh, wait, right there. Shoot. How did I do that? Okay. Let me see. Maybe I can hold it up. I don't know if I can hold this up, but like you see like, oh, well, this is my, let's see, that's not going to work. That's not going to work, guys. Let me see. I'll just save it because I just want you to see the big difference. Like I was kind of surprised. I don't know how to do this stuff. I don't know how to do this stuff half the time. Does anybody else feel like that? I feel like I'm like the oldest like person like when it comes to technology. I'm not good with it. I'm like an older person. Okay. What does Selena say? Oh, I'll have to see that. Just a second. Hold on 1 second. I missed it. What? 2 strokes and 2 heart attacks? Selena, are you a cat? How many lives? My Lord, bless your heart. Echo chamber over here. Man, bless your heart. Is that what it did? That was it being a, did you get something too hot to your eye? That makes me laugh. Yes, Frank, absolutely. Cheryl, that's absolutely. And I do this, and this is really, really good to do. Find a spot wherever you live, wherever it could be like kind of like a, maybe dark or just wherever you feel happy, even if it's bright, if that's where you feel happy. But to me, I like to come in here because I got like the greenery and stuff, and I've got more greenery, just kind of can't see it. And I just like to turn off the lights, and I'll get out my yoga mats, and I'll just do like, sometimes I'll just do like little yoga, like just stretches, nothing crazy. I do actually have some videos on bed yoga. If you ever want to watch them, they're on my YouTube. But, and like Frank said, like self affirmations and just like spending time alone. Like that's what I do. I just try to spend a few minutes alone, especially if I'm getting worked up. My dogs work me up like no other. So my dog likes to do something at least once a day to really make me want to get rid of her, which I'm just kidding. I would never get rid of my dog. I love her so much. I kid when I say that. I kid. She's like that child. She's like that child that you're just like, really? But she decided today to roll around in duck poop. Duck poop. It was everywhere. Duck shit. Hey, stupid old lady. I know. Well, it was bigger earlier, and then we've just been kind of chit-chatting for a little while. But yeah, we got a few conversations going, you know. You work 18 hours? Oh, you quit working 18 hours. Well, yeah, you don't need to go back to 18 hours a day. That sounds like me. But not 18 hours. I was working, my last job before I quit working inside of a boutique. When I started working there, I weighed approximately, I would say 150, about 150, 155. When I finally quit, due to health reasons, they wouldn't even let me go to a doctor. I was 106 pounds, I think. So, it can take its toll on you working like that. Oh, thank you, Melissa. We try to always stick over for at least a little bit, you know, after the live and chit chat a little bit. How nice duck poop. I know. Oh, okay, Bill. See ya. I might do like a members live tomorrow or something. I would, but I wouldn't. No, I thought my blood pressure was going up though in the beginning of the video. Yeah, we do have friendly people. This chat was a little crazy tonight, but that's okay. I welcome crazy just as long as I can understand it. You know what I mean? Like if I can't understand it, like I can understand people thinking that they don't have enough evidence on Bryan Kohlberger. I can understand that. I can't understand. Like, don't they know that defamation lawsuits are happening right now? Like, Maddie was killed because Dylan wanted to be her girlfriend. Like, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I can't get there. Oh, you didn't get to see the beginning? Oh, just a lot. It was just craziness. It was just craziness. Let me see here. I'm going to see if he's hungry. No, I didn't. Let me see, Ashley. Oh, yeah, and then I'll show you that picture of my eye, too. Oh, wait, whoa, I'm way too far. Oh, shoot. That's why I didn't see anything. I was like all the way at the other side of the mailbox. Oh, here we go. Is this it? No. For some reason, oh, there it is. Oh, that is nice. Oh, man, I want to go kayaking. Oh, my gosh, look at that guy's foot. It's like a... I'm about to open it to show you guys. He's got like a... What? It's not even a wooden foot. It's like a... I don't even know. Tomorrow, Susie Blue, I'll probably come on. I might come on in the morning or afternoon. I'm not sure, but I usually do come on at 8:15, between 7:15 and 8:15 at night. Let me see where did I put that picture at? This is where Ashley works. Well, she totes people around. You didn't mind if I shared this? She wouldn't mind, I don't think. But I want to go kayaking and swimming. That's what we should be thinking about. We still got, till June 26th before the trial. This is an order. Everybody has at least to go kayaking or fishing or swimming or something before the trial. Because, I'm going to be at the pool this summer, so I'm not going to be this isn't going to be my setup for the trial. So y'all are going to have to just I don't know, we're going to have to figure that part out when we get there. Maybe I can get a green screen because I don't know. You know me, we only get three months of summer, but I need to see every part of this case. We have fishing poles, but we haven't really been fishing that much. I know, isn't that fun? So I don't know if you guys, you guys can see me pretty good. My eye, this one's my fake one. This one's my real one. But I'll show you a picture of me from when I first got it. This was 8 years ago, I think. And that's me. And I look a lot different, but that's my eye right there. You can see it. It's different. Come a long way. Figured I'd show that to you. Come a long way. Let's see. Oh, I wanted to see if we could see. And then I'll share them because they're cuter than me. They're cuter than I am. Yeah. Oh, I bet that's pretty. Wait. Anna Maria, I was right. Someone asked me where you lived and I was right. Anna Maria Island. I love that this chat. Okay, so this chat here, y'all, we can sit here and we can disagree all get out. We really can. We really can. But at the end of the night, I feel like everyone comes together and is cool. Even people that send me comments that are just off the wall crazy, because it's the comment section. It happens. If I reply back and I'm I'm sorry you feel that way, or, something along those lines. A lot of times they'll come back and they're like, oh, I'm sorry for being so mean. Oh, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment, Carolyn. Thank you. I think she's gorgeous. I think that girl is so pretty. I liked her eyes. Xana, I said that actually during the, I've said that a couple times, but during the candlelight visual, very beautiful. They were all very beautiful. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. We love each other here. We do. We're civilized sometimes. My eyebrows? Oh, no, they need to be better. I've been doing them myself and I'm I need to go somewhere and get them done. Everyone needs to start making fun of the way I look so that I can get some fillers and stuff. I am a Libra, Lenny. I am a Libra. I'm balanced. I tell people all the time, get their shit together. I'm sick of balancing everything out. That's so funny. You're probably Libra. I am a Libra. Whose birthday? Did I miss someone's birthday? Trina, you have a birthday? Well, happy birthday. Well, I love that. Happy birthday. I hope you get to spend it relaxing. My mom was a Cancer. Oh, you're a Libra too? Oh, that's awesome. Well, you guys are awesome. So, yeah. Oh, your brother's Libra. My brother's... Shit, I don't know what he is. I know his birthday, but I just don't know what he is. I know my mom was a Libra. My dad... I don't know what my dad was, but I know his birthday. Is anybody living where the storms are right now? Does anybody have any bad weather? July 14th, my mom was July 19th. Catherine, I'm October 17th. Yep. Keep putting myself at 38. Get on that treadmill every day. Go to put in the, like, you know, your weight and your height and your weight and your age. I don't know why I'm putting myself a year older, but I am. Oh yeah, I knew, Ashley. I thought you were in October. Yeah. Just raining. It's pretty nice here. So, I mean, it's cold. It's 40, but it's no weather. So no bad weather. Oh, Pisces. I love that. One of my best friends is Pisces. And then one of my other friends is Sagittarius. And I don't know about y'all, but that Sagittarius blood, she's unlike any I've ever experienced. March did fly by. Yeah, like I have my calendar up here. I have my watch. It's 28th, so. Because my brother's birthday was the 16th, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So, I guess Vincent's making food. So, well, I guess I'll get off of here. If you guys are available for in a morning live, maybe I'll jump on in the morning and just maybe we'll just do like a chit chat or something. I know Ashley Banfield's going to be playing some stuff, so that's what we'll do. I'll just get a collection together of what she'll be playing tomorrow, and then we'll just have a fun live though. We'll talk a little about true crime, and then we'll talk about whatever we want. Who said food? Isabel said. Vincent's making pizza. I was like, I asked him if he was hungry. I can hear the oven now. So I guess I have time. Central? No. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Eastern time, Eastern Standard. I'm going to get that tattooed on my forehead or something. Eastern Standard. Or back on my Nancy Grace, cardboard cutout when I get her. So don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed yet. We do go live every single day. All kinds of stuff. What pizza? I think we got Red Baron. That's what it is. My mom liked that. The woman worked at a pizza place for 18 years and she loved pizza. Ate it every night. There's more Pisces in jail and the loony bin than they're all in the pokey. That's funny. I want to get a Vincent. You can buy a Vincent at this number here. No, I'm just kidding. If his brother wasn't taken now. He does have an older brother. His brother's 38. And he just bought a beautiful new home. More money than it's in California. It's a dollar amount that I'll never see in my lifetime. But it's beautiful. Actually, it's small, I'm not going to lie. But it's pretty. It's nice. But California, you only get so much. I want a Vincent too. That sounds so funny. Ashley will probably take a Vincent too. Wife would be cool. Oh, I didn't even see. I just saw. I'm sure my wife would be. I'll have to tell him to look in the chat whenever we're done. That's funny. Well, good, Lenny. Thank you for the super sticker, and thank you for coming in tonight. Oh yeah, everything. Oh, everything is so expensive right now. I don't even want to go to the grocery store ever again. I went and got 12-pack of soda and a half a gallon of milk. I know that's not way my options there, but and it was $12 at Target or it was $10 at Target. I was like, that's crazy. Yeah, and Bon Bon, you're here. Welcome here anytime. We were conversating earlier, and I liked the conversation. I just wasn't able to keep up after a while because, like, you know, the chat got a little crazy. Oh, I did slow it down though, and I never sped it back up. Sorry, guys. Now I feel bad because I could have taken the slow mode off, which now I'm doing it. Groceries are expensive. I don't even know how the churches are able to keep, you know, I'm hoping that they're able to keep, you know, food and for the people that really can't afford it. Should we stand in line for Vincent? Yeah. Actually, I'm just gonna sell them out to you guys. Pimp them out. I'm just kidding. YouTube, don't take me down. Don't take me down. But he would be a good date guy. Actually, I should do that to him for him. Because he likes to eat like all the good foods, and I don't like to eat any good foods. Like he likes it all, like all the Japanese foods and anything. He'll eat it all. And I always tell him I feel bad because like he'll eat the same thing I do, and it's so plain. So that's what I should do. I should just like let him run him out. AJ goes, me too. Screaming on top of my lungs, I would be. Who has been? Oh, that's my boyfriend. I was wondering if, yeah, that's my partner in crime. Yeah, he's my man. So yeah, that's my everything. He's usually around. Can he kill spiders? No. Well, yeah, he can. He actually does. But I have the dog that does that. She will kill like bugs, flies, bees. She doesn't care. And she loves it. And I love her for that. Use the microwave. I don't have a microwave. That's what I don't have. I don't have a microwave. I had a really big one and it was too big. So then we got rid of it. We never got another one. But I am going to jump off of here. I am going to put the membership in there if anyone wants to become a member. But I hope you guys have a great night. Your dog's your baby, Janet. My dogs are my babies too. As much as I say they're bad on here and I'm going to get rid of them, I'm kidding when I say that. Most days I'm kidding. But okay, I love you guys. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow on the live. Bye, guys.